What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Ty, and today in this video, I'm going to be talking about everyone's most anticipated film of the dead movie season, that is January and February, that being Argylle. This trailer has been playing nonstop in theaters. Everyone's been fed up with it, and it's finally over because the film is out. So I want to talk about whether it's actually a pretty decent film, if it lived up to maybe some of the fun hype it was looking to go after, or if it's just an absolute bomb disaster like most people are saying it's going to be. So let's just get right into it. For those of you that don't know, a 5-minute review is a self-explanatory series on this channel. This is actually my first one in 2024, where I give myself just 5 short minutes to talk about my opinions, my thoughts, what I loved and what I hated about the film that we are talking about today. And like I said, that one's going to be Argylle. So let's just get right into it here. Also, if you've already seen this movie, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. All right, guys, the timer just started. Let's get right into this review. So, Argylle. The whole premise of this movie is that it's, this fun spy thriller. They got some celebrities in here, an ensemble cast, and the thing is, they tried to hook you in this trailer by saying, when you watch this movie, you're gonna find out who the real Agent Argylle is, right? Everyone's been joking around on Twitter, Instagram. That was the real mystery. But, you know what the real mystery of this movie was, at least to me? The real thrilling twist. Why the hell was this movie 2 hours and 20 minutes long? I was thinking that before the movie started, while the movie was going, and even after the movie finished. I was sitting there going, why is this movie almost 2.5 hours long? This should be max an hour and 50 minutes maybe. But listen, getting into the detail of the story here, don't get me wrong, they definitely pack this story up with 2 hours and 20 minutes worth of plot. There is a lot of moving parts in here, a lot going on. It's fun, yeah, whatever. But the thing is, sometimes in this film, stuff that we're lightly reminded of towards the beginning, like I said, because there's a lot of plot, a lot of little mini characters thrown in here, feels like they're just brought back at the end just for convenience purposes, and that just makes it feel very cheap and stuff. On top of that, going into the fact that I said this film was sold on the fact that it's an ensemble cast. Guys, I'm just going to be honest with you. This is not an ensemble cast. John Cena is in this movie for like 2 seconds. Dua Lipa, 2 seconds. Samuel L. Jackson was in here for like a couple of shots just so that, he could get his paycheck and move on. Henry Cavill has his moments, but realistically, this is a Bryce Dallas Howard, Sam Rockwell, Bryan Cranston movie. That's about it. There isn't too much outside of that. It's their movie. And that just also feels cheap to me. Speaking of cheap, the budget of this movie was $200 million. That blows my mind because the CGI in this looks atrocious. Speaking of the CGI, one thing we could talk about, because like I said, this is a spy film, is the fight scenes. Guys, these fight scenes, right? At first, because we have our main character, Bryce Dallas Howard. She's like our person, she's a little writer, and then she kind of gets twisted up in the world of spies. When she first meets the first spy, Sam Rockwell, it's in the trailer too, there's this sequence on a train where she's, kind of mixed up with Sam Rockwell's spy fight. The problem is, she sees Sam Rockwell as the character from her book, Agent Argylle, played by Henry Cavill. And the way that they shoot it is so terrible, where we have Sam Rockwell's character fighting people, and I'm like, okay, cool, I love Sam Rockwell, it's awesome to see him fighting people, but then we go to a point of view shot from her eyes, and she's blinking, and it's so disorienting, and it's switching Sam Rockwell with Henry Cavill every 3 seconds, literally swapping their bodies out like she's seeing her character for like 3 or 4 minutes, and this happens multiple times throughout the movie. And the thing is, it's so on the nose where it's like, whoa, this is just like my book, so I'm seeing the character from my book, that I did not like it. I would have rather it been either A, the entire fight sequence is Henry Cavill kicking people's ass, so she's seeing him as Henry Cavill, or we just see Sam Rockwell kicking people's ass, and, it's cool. We see Sam Rockwell, he's a cool guy. And listen, overall, this film is pretty fun, okay? I didn't really get into the good stuff here. Like I mentioned, Sam Rockwell and also Bryce Dallas Howard, I think they're great in this. I actually really, really love both of them outside of this movie, I'm saying. They're some of my favorite actors and actresses just generally. And the thing is, was this movie really terrible? Kind of. There's a lot of plot conveniences, like I said. Some of the CGI is bad, there's some stupid stuff, but there is a fun scene here or there, and overall, I would kind of describe it as a good time. I know that I said some of the fight sequences are dumb. There's also some cool elements. In my opinion, though, let's just say it's 10 years in the future, and I'm on Netflix, it's 2034, and I see that Argylle just got put on. You know what? Maybe I'll throw this movie on just to have a little good time, see Bryce Dallas Howard in her prime, see Henry Cavill in his prime, and see Sam Rockwell. But I'm not really going to get much more out of that. On top of that, the one thing that did bother me with this movie, and it's kind of random, Bryce Dallas Howard, she's known for her ginger hair, and for some reason, halfway through this movie, for the entire second half, they decide to change her hair color to this weird blonde hairstyle. It's so weird. Also, we have the Henry Cavill haircut, which honestly I think looks kind of funny. He looks like Drago from Rocky, but the hairstylist for this movie needs to be fired. Overall, like I said, I feel like this review was kind of a mixed bag. The thing is though, it's a terrible movie that if you really just turn your brain off, you could have a lot of fun with. And I feel like that's what I kind of did. And yeah, I don't know. Overall, it was pretty decent though. Before I give my final verdict, as random as this sounds, I came up actually with a comparison for this movie. And it's gonna sound super random. This movie, believe it or not, kind of follows similar beats to Captain America, the Winter Soldier. I know that sounds weird, but just hear me out. First of all, our main character cannot trust anybody. Everyone around her is constantly twisting and turning. Are they good? Are they bad? As the story progresses. Also, there's this USB that carries very powerful information on it, just like in the Winter Soldier. Also, there's a character in here that has an activation code where when you read or you say certain words, they suddenly turn into this killer that can just turn on anybody at any second. Believe it or not, this movie is like Captain America, the Winter Soldier, just like 20% is good. But yeah, guys, that's gonna just about do it for this review. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Listen, let me know down in the comments, did you guys like Argylle, or do you plan on seeing it if you haven't seen it already? But that's gonna just about do it for today. Thank you guys for watching this review. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.